Hey there, Samitian here, and welcome back to Knights of the Old Republic. Last time, we made it to the Starforge system, and after a quick little aerial skirmish, we got caught in a disruptor field and made a emergency landing here on an unknown planet. And while we're here, we found this cool little piece of modded content of a crashed Republic freighter ship, and we've been exploring it. So today, we're gonna go in here. It's Revan's quarters. I'm very curious to see what we got in here. It's very small. There's a workbench. A simulation terminal. Following combat simulations are available. Warning, simulations are lethal. I'll look at that in a second. First, let me break into Revan's footlocker and steal his goodies. I mean, they're my goodies, so... New crystals. I want to check out these crystals. I've been getting like a bunch of crystals, and I haven't checked them out in a while, so... What does Keen do? I don't know what Keen does. So what am I currently using? I'm using Sigil and I'm using the Crate Dragon Pearl. I think this one is probably as good as it's going to get. This one, however, I don't think I want this. Can I even use this lightsaber? It's restricted to the light side. I don't think I can. I think I'm currently like leaning red. I could give this to Jahani. Physical damage bonus. I'm already using the Opila. What does this do? Oh, this is the one that's getting against droids. Give me... I mean, this still gives a 3 damage bonus. It's not bad. I'll just keep using this one. Then here we have Jahani's lightsaber. This one I'm going to give this to, because she's light side. You know, the Solari. What does this one do? Oh, a chance to stun. That's not very cash money. You can also have the Opala. There we go. And then we have yours. You are not supposed to be hitting with the lightsaber, so I don't really know what to give you here. Blaster bolt deflection increase? That sounds defensive. Sure. And you can have that one. There you go. Let's read some lore. Access personal logs. History is on the move. Those who cannot keep up will be left behind to watch from a distance, whilst those who stand in my way will not watch at all. Many of our forces had still been engaged in battle with the Mandalorians both on the ground and in the skies above Malchor 5. They were disposable and had served their purpose, and I no longer required them in my plans. Their loyalties lied elsewhere, and could not be trusted, and thus they shared the same fate as the Mandalorians. Our outlying fleets pulled back. We watched as the mass shadow generator obliterated both our enemies and utterly destroyed Malchor 5 in a single masterful stroke. Drifting Mandalorian husks littered the surrounding orbit, and many Republic ships crashed into the planet below. What was left of it? No cost too great. I will never forget the last words of Mandalore as he lay broken at my feet. They tricked me. We were never meant to win this war. They used me and my people to test the Republic's strength. About 2 years before he declared war on the Republic, Mandalore was approached by a man with skin the color of blood, a Sith, claimed to be the emissary of a powerful master, and convinced Mandalore to help him search for his enemy's tomb in the unknown regions. In return, he told Mandalore of a vision his master received, one of the Mandalorians rising up against the Republic. He told him they would conquer world after world, crushing their enemies until the Republic collapsed in on itself. He promised the Mandalorians a glorious victory, and Mandalore believed him. Fool. Honor is a fool's prize, glory is of no use to the dead. This was the man responsible for uncountable atrocities: Cathar, Taris, Duro, Sirocco, the head of the Mandalorian war machine that almost crushed the Republic, and he was only a pawn of something greater. The great Galactic Republic, almost undone by a false threat. What a sad, pathetic excuse of the people we fought, bled, and burned for. This isn't a Republic worthy of saving. Alright, second log. In Mandalorian culture, Mandalore's death is merely an opportunity for another warrior to seize control of the clans by claiming the fallen Mandalore's helmet. To prevent this, I stripped the helmet from Mandalore and hid it away on a snow-covered world in the unknown regions. For your warrior culture defined and bound by tradition and honor codes, this loss will be a crippling blow. Denied the sole item recognized as the symbol of leadership, the Mandalorians will not choose a new Mandalore. With no universally acclaimed ruler, the various clans will begin to fight among themselves for power, and ultimately fragment themselves into nothing more than insignificant vagabonds. We took the mask to a tomb in the Twin Spears, the very same tomb where Mandalore received his offer from the Sith to attack the Republic. A datachron we found in the tomb served as the chronicle of the Sith Lord who was interred there. His name was Lord Dramath II. 1,000 years ago, his father, the original Lord Dramath, ruled over a planet called Madrius. He was overthrown by another Sith named Lord Vidiate, who renamed the planet Nathema. With his father's death, the younger Lord Dramath fled. He hid on the snowy world with a handful of loyal followers, and when he died, they buried him with a datachron. This was the crypt Mandalore and the Sith emissary were looking for. The Sith master that the emissary served was a descendant of the Sith Lord who has driven Dramath into exile. Nathema is the homeworld of the Sith, and its hyperspace coordinates are located on the datachron. Malik and I are in agreement. We need to go to Nathema and investigate the possible return of the Sith. Word of this must not reach the lips of the common crew. We had thought the Sith species vanished after the Great Hyperspace War, and one of their kind hadn't been seen in Republic space in over 1,000 years. Clearly, this is no longer the case. As we approached the planet of Nathema, we knew something was wrong. When we gazed at it, we felt something strange and unsettling, something unnatural, the complete absence of the Force. The sensation was completely alien. Usually the Force was omnipresent. It radiated stronger in certain places and at certain times, and the balance of the dark side and the light constantly shifted, but it was always there in some way, shape, or form. Now, however, we felt nothing. We had become so accustomed to the presence of the Force in the background that its complete absence was almost overwhelming. We lived almost our whole lives attuned to the Force, and having it stripped away was indescribable. The Force is energy. It gives heat to our emotions and our minds. The events of Malachor had left a mark on the Force, a wound that would never heal. Here, however, the Force was simply gone. It was as if someone had ripped it away, leaving only an empty void behind. We searched the empty buildings for hours, looking for archives, records, and astrogation charts that would guide us to the next step of our journey. We had come across an information center where we were finally able to piece together what we think happened there, thanks to meticulous record keeping. The people of Nathema had spent their last days in a terrified and desperate state. They had known it was only a matter of time until the Jedi found them, and the ruler of Nathema, the Dark Lord Vidiate, had preyed upon his people's fear. Transcripts of his public speeches were filled with graphic warnings of what the Jedi would do once they arrived. Records confirm that his speeches had been broadcast and transmitted across the entire whole of the Empire, sowing the seeds of terror among all the Sith worlds. It was at this point the Republic defeated the Sith Empire in the Great Hyperspace War over 1,000 years ago, and it had since raised Korriban and the numerous Sith worlds. Vidiate, playing on their fear, invited the Sith Lords who remained to participate in a ritual to unlock the full potential of the dark side. He promised they would unleash power beyond anything they had ever witnessed or imagined. No records exist of the ritual itself or what happened afterwards, but there are precious few rituals whose effects result in what we witnessed at Nathema. I believe Vidiate performed a modification of the Thought Bomb, using it to absorb the combined power of the assembled Sith Lords. Every man, woman, and child on Nathema must have died that day. Every beast, bird, and fish, all the insects and plants, every living being touched by the Force was consumed. He stared at the cityscape in fascinated horror. He had consumed everything: life, sound, color, even the Force. Nothing remained. Everything on Nathema had simply been snuffed out, extinguished so completely that it ceased to have any meaning or purpose. It was a vacuum of existence, a blight on the natural order. It was annihilation, obliteration. The very fabric of the Force had been shredded. He realized that Vidiate, the Sith Master that the emissary served, wasn't simply a descendant of the Sith Lord who had driven the Elder Dramath into exile. Vidiate was the Sith Lord who drove him into exile. Anyone capable of turning an entire planet into a nihilistic abomination had to be completely mad and needed to be destroyed. Your fractured mind is unable to fully process the information present in this particular log entry. Images flash in your head, and after a few brief moments, you involuntarily close the log with a painful headache. Now is not the time to confront this information. Only after defeating Darth Malak should you return to comprehend this. Interesting. I thought that there was nothing after that. Our fleet has been unaware of the true purpose of our journey. Our hunt for the Mandalorian remnants within the unknown regions was a clever ruse, although we still eliminated the trace pockets of resistance we happened to come across. No, the true purpose for this journey, what has always been the purpose, was finding the Star Forge. The star map on Dantooine led us to several different words: Tatooine, Kashyyyk, Manan, Korriban. Piercing together the remnants has led us here, back to the unknown regions, to an insignificant system located beyond the farthest edges of explored space. In the shadow of the Starforge, we crashed on an insignificant world, home to a now insignificant species on the verge of extinction. What was once an ancient and powerful galaxy-spanning empire was now reduced to nothing more than primitives squabbling on a single, tiny world. Starforge, the glory of the Rakata, the apex of the infinite empire, a machine of invincible might, a tool of unstoppable conquest. There are still traces of that power here. This planet is strong in the Force. It may have even been the birthplace of the first servants of the dark side, the Rakata leaders who drove their people to conquer and enslave hundreds of worldlings thousands of years before the rest of the galaxy even discovered hyperdrive technology. All this power is concentrated and focused in the Starforge. Starforge is more than just an enormous factory. In some ways, it is like a living creature. It hungers, and it can feed on the dark side that is within all of us. I can feel it. As useful as the station might be, I will be limiting personal contact with it unless absolutely necessary. I do not intend for it to destroy us like it did the Rakatans. There are things beyond the known reaches of the galaxy that the Republic isn't ready to face, and if it does, it will be utterly destroyed. It is a stagnant beast, and its weakness was apparent when even the Mandalorians, a proud warrior race untouched by the Force, was almost able to conquer it. We fought in the Mandalorian Wars, and only we were able to turn the tide. We have seen the destruction that true war could bring, and only we had the strength to make the tough decisions necessary to win the war and destroy the enemies so utterly they could never raise arms against us again. The Jedi Order doesn't understand this, has never understood this, and this will ultimately bring about the fall of the Republic and Galactic Order. The time has come for a new order, one that is free from the inherently limited dogma of the Jedi Order and the corrupted bureaucracy of the Republic. By bringing the entire galaxy under one law, one language, and the enlightened guidance of one individual, the corruption and weakness that has plagued the Republic in its later years will never take root, and this unity will safeguard us against the threats that our current Republic is woefully ill-prepared to face. The Starforge has the capacity to produce a limitless fleet and technological advancement, and I do not intend to put it to waste. There is no place for the weak-willed or hesitant. Only by firm action and resolute faith will we survive under my new empire. No sacrifice is too great, no treachery too small. Alright, so we're getting some lore about our past that may or may not be canon. I don't know how canon this is to like the books and shit. I know there's like Revan books. It's possible that this is very accurate to the Revan canon. Who knows? I'm going to quick save and do one of these combat simulations and see how that goes. I'm going to fight an old man. Oh, it's Rook. Oh, he does some damage.
That is what a Jedi can do.
That is what a Jedi can do. It's funny. There doesn't appear to be any rewards for doing this, so I'm not going to do all of them, but being able to kill Master Varuk is pretty good. Alright, onwards to the next region. We did not go to this engine deck over here, so that is where I go to next. More mines that I am ill-prepared to deal with, so I'm just going to walk around it. Robot. Man,
What is it?
we're having a lot of trouble with, like, random objects on the ground.
What?
This game already has issues with, like, pathing.
Yes? Sure.
So it does not surprise me that a modded area has a lot of pathing issues as well. Is this door real? Yep. Hello. My mage has just walked into a mine.
For the order!
Can I attack him? Thank you. What you got on you, buddy? Concussion grenade? Cool. There's a lot of robot upgrades in here, which I appreciate. I feel like the little robot buddies are not super relevant for most of the game. I want to know if these doors are real. I didn't actually look. Okay, there's boxes in the way. And there's boxes in the way of that one too. Okay. We need some healing, because our people have been getting a little chonky. A little chomped by the damage. What was that? Jihadi just buff us? Why? Hello. Okay. Jahani's about to trigger that, or not. Jahani's not even here. My party members are stuck on a corner somewhere. Yeah. Jahani, you weren't even stuck. You were just standing there, menacingly. You are stuck somewhere.
What?
Okay. I'm just gonna need to, like, manually move my characters from time to time. And I'm okay with this. Hello.
For that is what a Jedi can do.
That is what a Jedi can do. Anything else in here? Vacuum mask and demolition sensor. I assume the demolition, yeah, I've already got that. Vacuum mask. Immunity to mind affecting and poison. It's pretty good. Okay, after I round this corner past that engine thing over there, I'm gonna make sure that all my characters are, like, following me. There'll be a very easy way to test that if there's an explosion. There wasn't an explosion. They somehow went around the mine? It's pretty impressive. Oh, I didn't even see you there, buddy. What do we got in here? Indicator ion engine control system. Hyperdrive unresponsive. Oh, we got some video logs.
As if this ship didn't go through enough in the wars, now it's beached on a planet in uncharted space. Quite honestly, I don't think there's going to be a damn thing I can do to fix it. But that's not going to stop me from trying. As long as water isn't seeping into the engine deck, then we shouldn't have to worry about water damage to the ion engines anytime soon. Even then, I don't see how this ship is ever going to get in the air again. This whole deck is submerged under the ocean, and I wouldn't recommend firing the engines underwater. I'm going to take a look later, although again, I really don't think any good is going to come of it. Took a look at the engines earlier today. Hyperdrive is shot, and it will take far too long to fix it, even if we scavenged around the planet. It gets better. One of the engines has a crack in it, and the fuel line is leaking. Where the hell are we going to find fuel on this planet? I knew this was going to be a waste of time. There's next to nothing I can do here. The engines are pretty much unrecoverable. Give it a couple years, and the water damage will be enough to leave the whole ship corroded. A sad fate for such a good vessel. Bridge is operational. Medical bay as well. We have a few shuttles in the hangar bay that are still operational. The trick is going to be getting them up in the air from underwater. In truth, I don't think there's much that can be done from here in the ship. If there's anything we need to do, it'll have to be done on the planet. I don't fancy being stranded on an uncharted planet, but there's not much we can do. I'm sure both General Revan and General Malik have a plan. I'm going to head outside to assess the exterior. Oh, how fun.
Yeah, this guy really doesn't like his job, huh? Goodbye. What do we got over here? Can I go in here? No? Is this place done? Huh. So there's a bit of combat and a bit of lore in here. Please get out of my way. Not a very expansive area, but I'm okay with that. So this ship is rather large, and I would like to finish exploring it today, because if I don't, I'm going to forget where I've been, and that's going to make exploring the rest of it the next day very annoying, so... The engine room's done. I did Revan's quarters. That's all in here, so I guess I need to go back to the command deck. Okay, what have I done from here? That's the way out. This was locked, so I need to go to the submerged section. I'm pretty sure that's the only place I can still go that I haven't been yet. I remember the last time I tried to go into the submerged section, my party members got caught somewhere and didn't come with me. Jolie. And so I couldn't actually enter. Oh, it let me enter. I guess Jolie was close enough. I have gathered my party before venturing forth somehow. Okay, this place is smoky. The hell is this? Dex +4. God, okay. If I ever use Canderous again, he's gonna have a lot of goodies lying around for him. Ah. You scared me. What's in this metal case? A Brig key card. Hell yeah. I think that's what I need to go further. I'm kind of surprised that this area isn't underwater. Like, maybe it would need you to use the wetsuit that you got in Manan. So I assume these squad recovery stims are like AoE heals, which is kind of interesting. I'm just gonna walk into this mine, because there's not a whole lot I can do about that. Is the Brack battle cannon?
Yes.
Canderous is gonna have like a lot of goodies
Yes.
if I ever decide to use him again, which is unlikely. I think I'm just gonna use these two for the rest of the game. It feels fitting to use all the Jedi. Jolie, what are you doing back here? Oh my lord. Pathing problems. This is why I work alone. Okay. That's why I don't usually run with companions when I play
That is what a Jedi can
RPGs.
do.
Zap them.
That hurt, I bet.
Alright, heal up.
Yes?
What's in the box? Bunch of boring stuff. This reminds me of when I used to play like modded Skyrim, and I would use a modded follower in a modded area, and they would always get like stuck, or I would lose them somehow, and I had to like console command them back next to me. And at the very least, I don't need to use console commands in this game to fix my party members being in bad spots. So this area is very clearly copy-pasted from the underwater station on Manan, and like the first area was very obviously copy-pasted from the ship at the start of the game, which is fair. It's probably, with all the pathing issues that I've been having with just like random junk on the ground, imagine how much more pathing problems I would have if all of the geometry was like custom made.
Not this again! Take that!
Where's my cat? Where are you going? I was like, where's Shahani? And then she just runs across my field of vision. She's going to her people. Shahani, what? She's fighting a robot. Jahani, what am I going to do with you? Okay, you get to heal, because you're the one that walked into the damn mine.
What?
Here.
Got a lot of upgrades. Which I feel like is a little overkill at this point. I guess if you've somehow made it this far without enough upgrades for all of your equipment, it's nice.
For the order!
Take that!
That is what a Jedi can do.
That is what a Jedi can do. No more of that stealth shit. I'm playing with fire here, running circles around this grenade, by the way, but that's fine. Nobody's gonna walk into it. There's a bag? The data pad. More lore. Give me the lore. I want to read the lore. General Revan has been torturing prisoners again. I had to destroy another body this morning. While I'm not particularly fond of these Mandalorian brutes, I believe it's a tad excessive. Quite frankly, I'm surprised we're even taking prisoners at all. Ever since the Battle of Duro, General Revan and General Malak haven't been waging war like Jedi. They eradicate Mandalorians wherever they find them, along with whatever bystanders are in their way. Shouldn't question it too much. Might just be payback for Cathar and every other world the Mandis have burned. Even Jedi can't keep their emotions in check forever, facing all that brutality. And what do we got over here? More video logs, but it's only one of them. That's it? Just some force lightning to a prisoner? Okay. Fair enough. Expecting a little bit more than that, but can't always get what you want. So I can't help but notice my good friends, Jahani and Jolie, are having trouble figuring out how to enter this room. Oh, there's a man in that locker. I remember from the other place. Manon. You would think hitting a locker full of deadly mines with a lightsaber would, like, detonate them. That would be a cool mod. A mod that, like, punishes you for breaking open containers instead of picking the locks. Am I done here? No, there's a door here. This is a real door and not a fake door. Hi. In the real place, this led to, like, the docks, where our submersible was. Oh, this goes to the starboard section. I'll go there after I'm done exploring through here. Depending on how long this takes, this might end up being a longer episode. Where the fuck are you? How are you still all the way back here? Should have just come here with no party. Just soloed it. Okay. Mr. Rendor teleported, that's fine. He's Revan, he can do whatever the fuck he wants. Also, this door is blocked off. Cardio power system? Con +4. Pretty good. How am I looking at on feats? I have the level 2 implants. If there's nothing better, when I level up again, I should probably take the level 3, because Constitution +4 is significant. That's 2 whole health per level? At level 20, that's 40 HP? It's quite a bit. Alright, we have made it to the starboard section. Let's find out what's going on over here.
For Mandalore! Go, go, go!
Yes?
What?
I just need to micromanage my party at all times, is what I'm learning here. Where is she? I moved her so that she wouldn't get caught. Okay.
That hurt, I bet. Yes?
Pistol targeting optics. I'm gonna assume I don't give any shits about what that does. I do love that I can see the unknown planet outside.
And you need?
This is getting extremely frustrating.
Your wish?
That hurt, I bet.
Glad that you finally showed up, Janani.
Sure.
I spy a hidden cache over there at the bridge key card. At the escape pod region. Cinegar plate armor, energy projectors. Okay, so these are upgrades. What's the Cinegar plate armor? Ten defense, 1 dex bonus, 25 versus Sonic, the Hedgehog. So I got the bridge key card. I got the brig key card. That's two whole key cards that I assume I'm going to need to explore the rest of this boat. Hello. I'm going to kill you. I'm going to walk up to the next door. I'm not going to go inside, and instead I'm going to click you. See that you're still all the way back here at the hidden cache, and cry a little bit. I don't have solo mode on or anything like that.
Yes?
Alright.
What?
Everyone is here. Command deck. Alright. Alright, this is where I was before. This is the start. Special loot room? Bronzium light battle armor and a Mandalore forearm bracer. Some nice damage resistance. That's just better than this, right? I haven't used an energy shield in forever. I'll just use double of these. The loot has been looted.
I remember you. You have a lot of nerve returning here, Revan.
I don't even... Who are you and what are you doing on my ship?
Your ship? Maybe it was once, but not anymore. So soon to forget old battlefield foes, Revan. We fought on Onderon near the end of the war. You and that dog Vaklu personally stormed my command center. Vaklu wanted me as a political prisoner, but you chose to leave me here to rot. I watched you mutilate my comrades during interrogations. I watched you get bored and toss some of us out the airlock. Your actions do not befit a warrior, much less a Jedi. Do you not remember?
That was a mercy considering the atrocities your people committed against us.
People die in war. Don't talk high and mighty when you were sacrificing planets to reinforce others. You should have killed me on Onderon all those years ago. Granting me a warrior's death would have spared you from your soon-to-be demise. I killed many of your kind during the war. I'll admit, I've missed the thrill.
Colgrim. Alright. I'm gonna say that we probably need to buff for this. So you can Master
Your wish?
Valor and Master Speed while you just run on in there and start bopping them.
Yes?
And you can run ahead. Stasis Field. And then just start blasting. Okay, that's not even that helpful. Blast this guy. Give him the plague. And then insanity.
For the Jedi can do.
Alright, maybe you shouldn't be in the middle of a group of enemies when you're the squishy one.
What?
That is what a Jedi can do. That is what a Jedi can do. That is what a Jedi can do.
That is what a Jedi can
That
do.
hurt, I bet. Sure.
Alright, Jolie, you're kind of in the way. Now I'm kind of in the way.
Now you'll get it. I still got it.
I can't get in. I can't get in. Jahani.
Your wish?
I still got it.
There we go. Alright, I believe I'm done with this place.
What is it?
What?
Time to do some looting. Alright, boss man, do you have anything cool? Yasanis' dueling shield. It's just a shield. It does energy and electrical. Or absorbs energy and electrical. Gotta say it's not that exciting, but whatever. What is this? This appears to be a makeshift communications relay scavenged from material. From what you've gathered, many of the Mandalorians here were prisoners taken during the Mandalorian Wars. Likely this relay was intended as a means to get off the planet. It seems there was a secondary purpose for this relay, an attempt to hail Mandalorians from other crash sites across the moon. I destroy it. I did it. Did I loot this already? I'm pretty sure I did. I did not. I'm a liar. What do we got over here? 3 video logs. Let's watch them all.
Vanquo Tarnath line is broken. Mandalorian fleet smashed through and destroyed the patchwork fleet put together by Admirals Veltra and Somos. Admiral Veltra's ship, the Reliance, was pulverized. All hands, including Admiral Veltra, are confirmed as killed in action. Then, of course, as they usually do, the Mandalorians bombarded the planet. I've had enough of this. We need the Jedi in this war, and we need them now. We've been lobbying for their help for months. How many planets need to be razed before they do something? Taris is considered, by some, to be the Coruscant of the Outer Rim. With it gone, nothing's stopping them from pushing into the Mid-Rim. We'll take them reaching Coruscant's doorstep before they finally decide to do a damn thing. An absolute travesty. Even with the Jedi in the fray, there was nothing we could do to stop the Mandalorians from taking Duro. It was bad. They laid waste to nearly the entire planet and caused the entire native Duros to side with them for their own survival. This was General Revan's first battle since being named the Supreme Commander of the Republic military by Chancellor Cressa. The Chancellor got his wish. The Republic citizens got their wish. We all got our wish. We finally got the Jedi. And we still got pounded into submission. The Jedi need to start fighting like Jedi. We need them on the front lines in the thick of it. Not in support roles. If we can't match their ferocity, then we'll never be able to beat them. With Duro gone, the Mandalorians are that much closer to Coruscant and the core worlds. General Revan and the other Jedi did their best, but their youth and inexperience showed. Even some of the great tacticians start from humble beginnings. Admiral Kareth's gonna have to sit them down and teach them a thing or two about commanding fleets and large-scale military operations. Tell you what, even though we've been beating them back pretty good for a while, doesn't mean it's been easy for us. Quite the opposite, in fact. Onderon was rough. We recaptured the city of Isis with a great deal of support from General Vakru and the Onderonian resistance. But dividing our forces between Onderon and Duxon put a huge strain on our fleet. We couldn't exactly pulverize either area for obvious reasons. The Mandies were too dug in. While Onderon was the easier of the two, casualties were still high for both operations. Duxon was really bad. It was a bloodbath. Our strategy devolved into essentially sacrificing entire platoons in order to take out Mandalorian encampments. I'd like to think that the war is close to being won after taking out their headquarters, but it still just seems like there's so much more to go.
Alright. I like this area a lot. Gives some good... Wait, what's this? Is that anything? No. Gives some good backstory to the events that took place prior to Revan's betrayal and the start of the game. So I think we're done now with the mod here. Pretty big fan. Pretty good play. Pretty good mod. Pretty good place. You could tell that it was like assets were cut and pasted from other parts of the game, but I think that's reasonable and fine. I was already having problems with pathing and everything else. I imagine if they somehow managed to make custom geometry that it would have been even worse. But yeah, that's going to do it for today. Next time we're going to explore the unknown planet. We're looking for parts to help repair the ship, and we need to take down a disruptor field that is apparently in a temple somewhere. I don't know where. Is it that thing? Maybe? I don't know. But yeah. Oh, never mind, I triggered a cutscene. This doesn't look right. I assume that cutscene was supposed to be warning us about this ambush? Hmm. Maybe some things have broken. It is likely that some things have broken. I'm going to make a manual save here. I still have my manual save from before I landed here, so if it turns out that going onto that ship and doing the side quest early broke things, I can fix it by reloading the old save, maybe. I'm just going to enter the ship and leave real quick and see if that fixes anything. Hold up, where is my autosave? My autosave is from a bit ago. I don't know what the problem was. I'm just gonna save. And next time we're gonna keep going on, and if it looks like everything's broken, I can reload an older save and just not go do the side quest. Or do the mod. Like, we did everything over there. We've seen all the content. We won't have any of the, like, equipment and stuff, but that's probably fine. Because it seems kind of strong anyways. And we probably don't need it. So yeah, thanks for watching. Next time we're going to continue along the unknown planet. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys then.